I'm going to tell you a story, and the first thing you have to understand is time doesn't work the way you think it does. You can go me over because I'm the one who's talking to you. Welcome to the call. Now, I'm going to jump right in, back to the boring stuff. Alright, page 107 in the learnsensory.org. From the sounds section, we're going to deal with consonants next. Also known as Vyanjanane, embellishments, hal. Consonants are sounds that we pronounce by changing the basic flow of air through the mouth. In Sanskrit, consonants use three different flows of air. Three different kinds of airflow. Sparsta, full contact at the points of pronunciation. Air no longer flows through the mouth at all. This applies for sounds like ka and ma. Isat Sparsta, slight contact at the points of pronunciation. Air flows through the mouth in a highly constricted way. This applies for sounds like ya and va. Isat Virtan. There we go. Loose contact at the point of pronunciation. Air flows through the mouth in a less constricted way. This applies for sounds like sa through ha. Ka through ba, also known as sparsa, contacted sounds. The first 25 consonant sounds are often arranged in a square with 5 rows and 5 columns. That I'm just going to bang through right now. Ka, ka, ga, gaha, na, ka, ka, cha, ja, jaha, na, ta, tha, da, da, na, ta, tha, da, da, na, pa, pa, ba, ba, ma. For all these sounds, the points of pronunciation make full contact with each other. Thus, they are called sparsa contacts. In English grammar, the nasal sounds are called nasals, and the rest are called stops. As a reminder here how these sounds are usually described. Sounds in the first and second column, or the ones that are ka, kaha, ka, cha, ta, tha, pa, paha, are called unvoiced agosa, and the others called voiced gosabanta. The sounds in the second and fourth columns are called aspirated mahaprana, and the others are called unaspirated apaprana. And the sounds in the fifth column are called nasal anunasika. U through va, also known as anta sa, in between sounds. In Sanskrit, the four semivowels are called antasa, in between, perhaps because these consonants are pronounced in a way that is in between vowels and other consonants. Ya, ra, la, va. Semivowels can also be nasalized. For example, the anusvara is pronounced like a nasal y when a y follows it. Sa through ha. The last four are called sibilants in English grammar and usmana in Sanskrit. Sa, ha. As a reminder, ha is voiced, but sa, and sa are not. La. In certain styles of Vedic Sanskrit, a da sound between vowels becomes a la, and likewise a daha sound becomes laha. La, laha. These consonants only appear in Vedic Sanskrit. Yeah, because the long L doesn't appear basically anywhere except in Vedic Sanskrit, apparently. Kara and Varga. As with these vowels, we can add a kara to the end of any consonant to give it a more usable name, but ra is called refa, snarl burr instead. Ka, kara, the letter ka. Ra, refa, the letter ra. We can also use the word varga, group division, to refer to sets of consonants with similar properties. We have ka varga for the first 5 consonants, ka, gaha, ga, gaha, na. Ka varga for the next 5, ka, cha, ja, ja, na. Ta varga for the next 5, ta, sta, da, na. Ta varga for the next 5, ta, tha, da, na. Pa varga for the next 5 consonants, pa, ha, ba, ha, ma. Ya varga for the semivowels, ya, ra, la, va. Sa varga for the sibilants, sa, ha. Honestly, in some of these, I'm not sure I'm doing it right. Other sounds. In this lesson, we'll visit the Anusvara and the Visarga. We'll also learn about 2 variants of the Visarga, the Upadavaniya and the Jiva Mulia. The Anusvara appears due to sati. Usually it appears when the sound is N is followed by a consonant sound. Rama, Ravanam, Hanti. Rama, Ravanam, Hanti. Rama kills Ravana. How is the Anusvara pronounced? The Anusvara is a pure nasal sound that has no equivalent in English. You can approximate it by pronouncing M while pressing your tongue against the roof of your mouth. Like that. Ramang, Rama. Oh, that's obnoxious. However, the Anusvara, I'll get over it. However, the Anusvara often because many other sounds due to sounding. Yeah, that happens a lot. It is followed by any consonant sound except for the ones in Savarga. It usually becomes a close matching nasal sound. Sanga, Sanga. Sanjaya, Sanjaya. Sanjasa, Sanyasa. Sanbanda, Sanbana. And in front of Yavarga sounds, ya, ra, la, va, it becomes a nasalized semivowel. In general, people don't like writing these nasal sounds out, so they use the Anusvara as a shorthand. Visarga, like the Anusvara, the Visarga also appears due to Sandhi. When a word ends in S or an R sound, that sound becomes the Visarga. Ramas to Rama, Rama. Matar to Mata. Traditionally, the Visarga is often called the Visarjaniya, which has essentially the same meaning as the word Visarga. Alright. Jiva Mulia and Upadmaniya. These two variants of Visarga aren't. These are two variants of Visarga that are worth knowing. These variants are often used in spoken Sanskrit, but they're not usually written down. The first is the Jiva Mulia. In English linguistics, it's called a voiceless uvular fricative. The sound like Visarga. This sound is like the Visarga, but it's pronounced further back in the base of the throat. The Jiva Mulia, if it is used in the front of the consonants ka and ka. Second is Upadamaniya. In English, the sound is called a voiceless bilabial fricative. The sound is similar to the English F sound, but is not pronounced with any help from the teeth. It is pronounced only from the lips. The Upadmaniya, if it is used in front of consonants pa and pa. And alright, I'm under 10 minutes. I can finish this up. Alright, and lastly, from the sound section, modern pronunciation. If you listen to modern Sanskrit pronunciation closely, you might hear certain pronunciations that differ from the traditional descriptions. In this lesson, we will describe some of these differences. Oh, geez. Two differences of R and the L. The difference between the ancient descriptions are clear that R, long R, and L are vowel sounds, even so modern speakers often pronounce these vowels like so. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Pitern, Pitrin, Pitrun, Pitren. Klupta, Klita, Klupta, Krita, Klupta. L especially has many variants. Long L especially has many variants, perhaps because it is so rare. The Visarga many times. The Visargas are pronounced as an echo of the previous vowel when at the end of a word or sentence. Muni, Munihi. Tai, Taihi. Now, Nauho. Jna. The combination of J, N with a little tilde over A often has these pronunciation. Vinyanam, Vigyanam, northern style. Vinyanam, Vignyanam, southern style. Hana and Hama. The combinations Hana and Hama have often had these pronunciations. Ana, Anha. Rama, Ramha. Yeah, I've noticed that a lot, actually. A lot of the times, H and M and H and N will have the option of being able to switch around in terms of their placement in terms of word. And that should finish up the section on sounds from LearnSanskrit.org. And this is the recall, another boring one done. Drink safely out there in the weave and have fun. And if you have fun, do be safely with yourself out there in the weave.